Hey, what's up, you guys? It is Sal. Welcome back to the Sal Williams channel. Welcome to another video. I'm going to try to record this on a low volume because it is 11 o'clock at night and people are sleeping right now. So, yeah, we just got off this. I'm about to say the second part of the Young Classical. I guess it is the second part because 1 and 2 was yesterday, well, 2 days ago, and then 3 and 4 was today. So, yeah, second part, episode 3 and episode 4 of the Young Classic. I feel like it was even split between good matches and then meh matches. Like day 1 and day 2 was like, oh, these are some good matches, and then this day is like, oh, we had some okay matches and some good matches. You know what I mean? We'll get straight into it. I'm not gonna take too long with this review because it's late. So the first match was Toni Storm versus No Name. I did not put a name down for this woman. Maybe she must not have been that important. So Toni Storm won the match. It was an okay match. I feel really bad right now. I have to look this up. It's gonna kill me if I don't look this up right now. I don't know. I feel like if I look it up, I'm going to see spoilers, so I can't. So Toni Storm won that match. It was kind of okay. Okay, so the next match was Kavita Devi versus Dakota Kai. This is a really good match. Kavita Devi, she was the first Indian women wrestler. Very strong show. My mom was very much behind her. She's wearing a kurta to the ring. She did a lot of powerlifting. She did a military press. It was really cool. Dakota Kai came out to win with a running boot to the face and finished it off with a double foot stomp. Once again, really good match. I'll go back and watch it. Next match we had was Sage Beckett versus Bianca Belair. Match was okay. I expected a little bit more from both women, but it was okay. The match kind of was one when Bianca Belair used her hair, whipped her, hit a spear, and that was kind of the end of it. I was for the most part, was that a spider? I don't know what that was. It just came down. I didn't know if that was a spider or not. No, it wasn't. Okay, so, yeah, that's kind of it. Piper Niven versus Santana Garrett was the main event. This was a really good match. Piper Niven, you know, a bit on the chunky side. Santana Garrett, supposed to be the superwoman of WWE or NXT or whatever. Bit of a strong woman. Not strong enough to look like Piper, but there was a lot of hard-hitting moves. Piper went for a few hooks that Santana ducked over. Santana, every time she went for a splash, I was just like, oh my lord, because Santana, she wasn't a big burly woman who could she wasn't skin and bones, but she was like kind of average with muscle. Piper was a pretty big woman, so when she did a body splash, I'm like, oh, I was hoping she wasn't knocking her out. She did like 3 body splashes and Santana kicked out of it. It wasn't until she hit a 4th body splash and then a Michinoku driver and got the pin over Santana Garrett the match was over. Really good match. I thought the best match on that whole day was Kavita. I keep on saying day. They were all recorded the same day. I thought the best match there was Kavita Devi versus Dakota Kai. I really want to see more of both of those women. I do want to see more of Santana Garrett. She held her own in her match against Piper Niven, and yeah, it was pretty good. Can't wait to see Piper and Dakota Kai possibly go at it. Hopefully they're on the same side. I'm not sure, but I mean, I don't think either of them are going to win, but I want to see them face off against each other. We have a pretty good match. Then the second day. This day was the last one. The last episode was okay. The last match saved it. I'll put it that way. Okay, so the first match you have Candice LeRae versus Renee Michelle. I was half tuned in because this match was just. I mean, Candice LeRae, she's a good wrestler. Renee Michelle, she's pretty new. Candice LeRae, she was okay, but I mean, I know a lot of people like to say, "Oh, she's really good. She's really good." I mean, she was okay in this match. It didn't really impress me too much. Maybe it was because of limitations of what she could do, but there was a spot, the finishing touch when she hit a neck breaker off the top rope, which I don't think I ever seen anyone do a neck breaker off the top rope. It was pretty cool. I will give her credit for that. It was a very innovative move. Candice LeRae won a match. Second match was Lacey Evans versus some Brazilian girl. I do not remember her name. I don't want to look these up because I feel like I'm going to see a spoiler if I do. I feel like I already did see a spoiler. I looked up Toni Storm versus, and I saw a name that I probably shouldn't have seen. I felt that was a spoiler enough, so I'm not looking up any more names. Lacey Evans versus some Brazilian girl. I put down some Brazilian girl because she was not really any note. This girl was just, she like she just stepped into a wrestling ring. She was moving around like she like she just stepped into a wrestling ring. Lacey Evans was okay, but she couldn't carry the match. So this match was like meh. I'm half tuned into this match too. I'm like, oh lord. Yeah, Lacey Evans won the match. I was like, yay, because I was really behind Lacey Evans. They kind of built her up the story. You know, she was in the Marines. She has a family. I'm very much behind Lacey Evans. They did a very good job building her up. The third match, oh my god, this match is really boring. Reina Gonzalez versus Nicole Savoy. I never heard of either of these women before. I think both of them were fairly new to the ring because this match was boring in my opinion. The crowd was booing. I think the crowd even wanted the match to end. Like every time I think at one point someone kicked out and they booed, and then when the submission was applied, they said tap tap. Like they wanted the match to be over. Like I wanted the match to be over too. I'm like, oh my lord, because I was happy attention in the first two matches. I'm like, all right, let me put my full attention to this match. I start watching. I'm like, Nicole Savoy won. I don't remember how she won because I wasn't really even focused, but the match was so not good that they did not even show you. You know how they usually show you replays of it? They showed you no replays whatsoever. Now, I don't know if it was to cut some time to get to the main event or if it was because what I think it was. I think it was because there was no highlights in that match whatsoever, so they couldn't even show you any highlights. Which, if that's the case, that's not good. So, Nicole Savoy won this match. Not looking forward to her at all in this tournament, if this match is any showing. Then we got to the main event, which I was very much excited for because Kairi Hojo is the GOAT. Kairi Sane versus Tessa Blanchard. Both women are really good at what they do. This was a great match, probably the best match of the entire first round, if I do say so myself. If not, probably the match with Shayna Baszler. But this was really good. Both women put it in. Lots of hard strikes from Kairi Sane. Every move she did just felt like a lot of pizzazz. I mean, she looks so innocent and so petite when she does moves. It's like, oh my god, she does it, but she does it with flair. And Tessa Blanchard, she didn't work heel during this match. You could tell she was definitely on the heavier side when it came to Kairi Hojo, because you don't even have to be heel, but when you go up against Kairi Hojo, you just look like the heel because she looks so innocent. You know what I mean? And Tessa Blanchard, she was really good. She did some perfect drop kicks, a lot of hard-hitting moves. There's this one spot where she had Kairi Hojo resting on the middle rope, and then she had a code breaker. It was really cool. Kairi Hojo built up to it, hit her elbow drop, which was perfect, and got the win over Tessa Blanchard. And yeah, that was the final episode of the first round. All in all, it was a pretty good first round. We had more good matches than we had men matches, so that's very good. Not every match was a winner, but for the most part, a lot of the matches were pretty good. I would say if you had to go back to watch any of the matches, I would watch Dakota Kai versus Kavita Devi. I would watch Kairi Hojo versus Tessa Blanchard. From yesterday, the Shayna Baszler match. I'll watch back a few of the matches. If you haven't seen it, go check out my previous review for the Mae Young Classic. I'm going to post a link in the description down below. And yeah, that's kind of it. I'm going to make this short, sweet, to the point. Alright, thank you guys for watching this video. I love you guys. That's kind of it. I will talk to you all later. Peace out.